Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today, taking a look at Seripas that was released in the Shadows of the Dark Side, and more specifically the Clone Wars subline of that brand. This figure was released in 2011, and the character himself does come from Season 2 of Clone Wars, Episode 17, so if you're kind of more interested and want to check that out, that's where you're looking. But anyways, this card, nice dark blue background. In the upper right side, you're going to get an image of Seripas. Through the large blister, of course, you see the figure, the included accessories, his name down at the bottom, along with that CW61. That's for Clone Wars, not the network. And it's the 61st figure in the line. Backside, you get the name and the number once again. Below that, you're going to get some bio information, showing you an image from the episode, the figure that you're getting off to the right, and then to the left, a brief write-up about him. Farther over on the right side of the card, you got some includes here being shown, that it comes with a sniper rifle, that the figure has some hidden weapons in the arms. Below that, you're seeing 4 of the figures that were available in the line at the time, and then some information talking about this little galactic battle game that you could play. Taking a look at the figure out of the packaging, and well, mostly what you're seeing here first is the robotic suit. Seripas himself is just this tiny little guy that lives inside the head of this outfit. And the great thing here is that you're getting both. You're getting the little Seripas character, and you're getting a functioning robotic suit. And I don't mean it functions robotically, but the top of that head opens up and reveals the little compartment that Seripas sits in. And might as well just start right here since I'm talking about it, but inside that compartment, you're getting some great detailing in here. I mean, not overly dramatic detailing or anything, but it's got a seat, it's got little hand controls, got some silver painting on the backside for whatever those tubes and stuff would be. And the included Seripas character fits very well in there. He just plops right in. The head closes. It doesn't like snap shut or stay sealed shut, so it's kind of going to bounce around on you if you're moving it around. Not horrible or anything. As far as the detailing of the robotic suit, very representative of what was seen in the cartoon. That head has a beautiful bronze or mix of bronze and copper coloring in there, and that runs around the collar of the head. As far as the face mask of the helmet, I love the paint job for the eyes, done just like you see in the episode where it's that black visor with some white eyes painted in. The gray tone that you're seeing throughout the figure just looks fantastic. A lot of that is due to the wash that's been applied. And in some cases, it seems maybe that, sometimes the plastic has a little bit of swirling being done in it. I don't think it's intentional, but it seems like that is also in play here with kind of helping to just make this suit look even that much better. The yellow painting that you're seeing through the top of the head, kind of the trim around the visor, all through the neck and even on the arms really looks great. You got some worn edges in there, so some intentional breaks in the yellow lines, but it's not a slop paint job either. It's kind of staying right where it needs to be. And within that gray armor, you're getting some various panel seams being sculpted in there. Around the shoulders, you got a different, like a gearbox or something with little various indents going around the collar of the shoulder. Maybe some vents in the backside. Nice white emblem being painted in there. Middle of the chest, you got a touch of red just under that neck collar type thing, we'll call it. And then another sort of symbol there right in the belly area. It's for the arms of the figure, that yellow painting that I mentioned. And then here's your little surprise that you're getting with the figure. And we saw this used in the episode. On his right arm, left as you're looking at it on the screen, you push in on a little square part, and then that reveals the little blasters that stick out of the arm. There's a fair amount of detailing to it. Not a lot, but, certainly you can tell it's little blasters sticking in there. And then on his left arm, right as you look at it on the screen, you push that out, and that reveals a saw blade that you kind of spin forward. I'm not able to show you this with my big clumsy fingers, but even that little saw blade does spin around. It is a bit smaller than what we saw in the episode. That the thing kind of shot out and extended past his hand as he cut down some sort of tree, but kind of not too realistic for a toy, I suppose, to have something hide away like it did in the cartoon. So for me, this works well. Getting to the legs, things slim out here, but still representative of how it looked on screen. Not as much panel detailing, which still is fine, like I said, looks like it should. Nice red lines painted in there. That same white emblem that we saw on his backside, also painted on the front of his left thigh. As we get down to the knee joints, I kind of like the little detailing that's being done here. It's always nice when you see some gears or, those type of moving parts sculpted into a joint. And certainly it does work well since the joint bends. It kind of just follows that natural progression. So yay for that. Otherwise, farther down the legs, you're still getting some red lines painted in there and some pretty nice sculpting for the feet with some various, small panels being sculpted in there around the top of the foot. Taking Seripas out of his little driver's seat, as you can see, I mean, it is a very small figure, but pretty well detailed. Again, still looking very representative of how he looks in the cartoon. And even for such a small piece, you're getting some nice painting being done. The eyes look great, nice yellow with some brown pupils in the center, sculpting to the head, and even some fine lines sculpted in there for skin detailing. Blue jumpsuit looks nice with some brown painting for some of the straps of whatever it is that he's got on around his back. And in case you're wondering, there's not any articulation to this figure, so otherwise, I mean, obviously I'd have him standing up. So this little guy sitting is all you're getting. As far as articulation, nothing in the head since you're just working with a big open area where it flips open. At the shoulders, you got a full swivel in there, and they are also hinged. Elbows bend up, and you get your rotation in there. Your wrists are ball jointed, so you get some swiveling there. Swiveling at the waist, and then at the legs, you got a full swivel along with a little bit of hinge movement. Hinge and swivel at the knees, but no foot articulation. As far as accessories, you got a few things going on. First up, you get this Galactic Battle game. It's this card with the dice. I don't know. I didn't even play D&D, so yay for the people who were into this. But the little card does slide into the figure stand that you got with this figure. A little slot in the back where the card slides into. You could stand the figure on and play away. Speaking of that figure stand, this is what you're also getting with the figure. 2 foot pegs on it. Otherwise, just says Star Wars. And you're getting a little bit more detail than we had with other figure stands in the past. They just shaped this out a little bit more, so it doesn't necessarily look like a block of plastic. And then, like I said, you got the slot to slide the card in. And then finally, he does come with his sniper rifle. Decent size, little thick. You're not really going to be able to pose him with it in a usable manner with one hand. You're definitely going to have to work the articulation, but you get a good two-handed pose with this. So pretty decent, I should say. Sculpting isn't too bad to the weapon either. You got some dark coloring on the barrel, and then same thing through the middle and top where the scope is, and then even back at the stock end of the rifle. Otherwise, as you see, the rest is done in the silver color. So decent looking weapon, you know? Anytime you get something that's got a couple colors to it, always consider that a win. So overall for me, this is a really good looking figure. I think it nails the look from the cartoon. It's great that they included, you know, what they did. The figure itself being that robotic suit done so well, with the head opening up, pretty similar to what we saw in the show. And then, of course, giving us this small Seripas figure to sit in the pilot seat, if you will. Not too bad for a figure that was, I don't know, 2011. It was, I don't know, $7, $8 maybe. So that wraps this one up. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are on this figure in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.